In this video, I'm going to teach you how to complete seizure documentation for a person you're supporting at Support Services of Virginia. What you're going to do is go to www.faireappservices.net. Come up to Secure Login, enter your username, your password, and make sure your provider code is correct and click Login. Once you do that, you're going to come to Dashboard, and you're going to create a seizure log using the Health tab. Before I do this, though, let me go ahead and switch to test mode. That way we don't capture any real documentation. Okay, so from my dashboard, I'm going to find the tab that says Health. And then going to scroll down until I find the tab that says Seizures, and then going to create a new one. What I'm then going to do is enter in the person's name, and it should automatically appear. The program, and for this example, we'll use Test Group Home. Be sure that your name is here if you're the one that witnessed the seizure, and then indicate the date. You can change it by clicking on the calendar, or you can type in the date. Notification level will be low if it is not out of the ordinary. If it is a little bit out of the ordinary, you would mark medium, and if someone sustained an injury and you needed to complete an incident report and bruise log with this, your notification level would be high. For this one, we're just simply going to click on low. You're going to scroll down, and you're going to indicate where it happened if it didn't happen in the site. So either the community, the family, home, recreation or leisure, vehicle, or other. And for this one, we'll say that it happened in the community. You want to indicate the time that the seizure began. And for this example, we'll do 9:35 a.m. The duration of the seizure, again, we want this down to the second, so we'll do 1 minute and 4 seconds. And the next thing you need to do is you need to add a description. You're going to click on Add here, maximize the screen, and check off anything that applies. So during the time of the seizure, was the person biting their tongue, chewing or lip smacking, crying out? Were they jerking, loss of bowel control, nausea or vomiting, so on and so forth. Movements, maybe rapid, running, staring spells, sudden drop of objects, unconsciousness, unresponsiveness, or violent shaking of whole body. Respirations, were they absent, deep, fast, normal, shallow, or slow? And skin color, ashen, flushed, pale, or pink, and we're going to put ashen here. Once you've finished filling in any necessary information, you're going to click on Add. The good thing about this document is when you add things to it, it's going to show up in the document itself once you've added it. So you can go ahead and review to make sure this is an accurate description of what happened. If it's not, you have an option to remove what you've checked. And you also have an option to add more if you've forgotten anything. Where it says behavior after the seizure, we want to know what occurred after. So you're going to click on that button, maximize the screen, and you're going to check off any that apply. Click Add, and again, it becomes a part of your document. Staff action, we're going to click Add, maximize screen. We will turn the person on their side, place material under their head, loosen clothing, maintain a safe environment, and we didn't need to contact anyone, so those are the ones that apply, and I clicked Add. Once I review my document and make sure it has everything in there that I want, I'm going to scroll down even further. And where it says precipitating factors, I'm just simply going to write, did anything out of the ordinary happen just before the seizure? And I'm going to type in here, in a crowded park. Resulting injuries, for this example, we'd have none. Now, if you do include injuries here, you are going to have to also write a GER and a skin wound bruise log. But we didn't have any, so we're just going to put none. And then any other comments you feel are necessary would go in here. And you're going to come down and click Submit. And there you have it. That's how you complete a seizure log using TheraP. The other thing that you're going to need to do is for any person that is diagnosed with a seizure disorder, they will also have something called a seizure calendar. Anytime that you're working with that person, you have to indicate on the seizure calendar whether or not they had a seizure for that day. And this is what a typical seizure calendar looks like. What you're going to do is, like my example here, each shift that you work, you're simply going to put a number in here. So you'll notice on Sunday there were 0, my initials go next to it. Monday 1, Tuesday 0, so on and so forth. So if I were working today on the 11th, and this person didn't have a seizure, I'm just simply going to put in 0 and my initials next to it. And then let's say tomorrow the person does have a seizure, it would be 1 with my initial next to it. Anytime that there's a number indicated here other than 0, there also has to be a seizure log that explains what happened during the seizure. And that will conclude our training on how to complete documentation for people who have seizure disorders.